afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast. Here with me, your host, Imperial Dane, a master of propaganda, hero psych, defender of the fatherland. Off yet an exciting 1 versus 1 on the Stalingrad map. In this case, still making up for such a Lorraine here between Crazyman, 64335, though we'll just call him Crazyman, fighting for the Wehrmacht, for the Reich, for the 106th Panzer Brigade, versus Insane C++, aka Dev M, fighting for the United States of America, for Patton's Boys, here with the 3rd Armored Division. Rifle Company immediately chosen here from Insane C++ versus Crazyman with Mechanized Assault. We got assault guns moving up there through the streets with MP40s held tightly in their hands, ever on guard for any Americans to appear so that they can be rapidly gunned down at close quarters. They're generally heavily equipped with MP40s, with not standard German sort of equipment level of organization there in terms of infantry. Some units would have equipped that, but they were more sort of from engagement to engagement basis, more improvised than any sort of specific. But Pioneers, Assault Grenadiers and Grenadiers versus 2 Riflemen and one reaction squad there from C++. Bulletins are largely infantry here with a single anti-tank gun bulletin for C++. But anything westwards there, but at the same time heading eastwards. In this case we're seeing Crazyman playing rather aggressively. In this case I think sort of making a bet for both viewpoints, trying to maybe suss things out. Who knows? Well, Crazyman obviously knows. Dev M, aka C++, perhaps not quite as much. But are we going for the fuel there? First engagement over here, Pioneers versus Reassurance, MP40s versus M1 carbines up close. The Pioneers should have the advantage here. Riflemen ramming in the building, taking up position, kicking in doors, bashing, well, what windows that remain to open up the Pioneers. There we go. Losses are quickly suffered there as Heinz und Dieter fall dead on the ground, pierced by several bullets. And there we go, we got Veteran Rifle called up for C++, moving to the front line to fight the Krauts. The Panzer Brigades were a series of formations sort of established after Normandy and Operation Back-Ration, where the Germans suffered heavy losses. It was an attempt to quickly create a series of smaller armoured formations, specifically actually though for countering these Soviet sort of tactics and strategies, more especially the Soviet armoured formations. Problem was though, they rarely actually got sort of sent over towards the Russians. I think maybe 1 or 2 Panzer Brigades did. The rest were sent over towards the Americans, in which case basically the level of organization, but also the lack of any sort of serious kind of training, pretty much meant they suffered rather heavily to the Allies, with the exception of the 107th, which actually performed quite well during Operation Market Garden. In fact, got promoted to a full division after that. But some fun facts there. Mortar on the way there for Crazyman. Reassurance there versus Pioneers. Pioneers being hit, a bit of shooting there between the 2 sides, going for the point there. So a mix of weapons here. Crazyman not going for any photos to try and establish any sort of serious map control. They set up a building here to sort of stall down any Yankees, but Bernard and Reffer there. I'm guessing C++ is taking. He's going for a lieutenant. I mean, it's a bit surprising. I mean, most players nowadays go for the captain for his bazookas, obviously with any German light vehicles, but also stewards and other things. But in this case, C++ is going for the lieutenant there. Bit cheaper than a captain, though actually not a lot. And of course, that's a question here. If necessarily the captain should have been made cheaper here than the lieutenant. Let's rather than push back. Well, going back there for taking a few points, so double few points there for C++. In that regard, maybe the lieutenant or 2 major there could sort of swiftly lead to something. A few 50 calibers here on this map could also work out, mayhaps here maybe and there, because of stall. No, actually not there. That one. Better sort of stall down any sort of advances by the Germans. Assault was setting up the centre. Another engagement here. Grenadiers sort of engaging them on both sides of the building. Simon heavy cover on this. Well, not quite so much. Mortar firing down there as well. The rifle, more rifling up there. These are the veteran ones. 1 kill already in the service of the United States Armed Forces. And we got an M20 there from C++. Will Crazyman be ready for this? I mean, I don't really think Wehrmacht players at this level see a lot of M20s at the moment. So that could actually catch a bit off guard, in particular if C++ actually lay down any M20 mines with it. That could actually cause Crazyman to problem, in particular since he had hasn't got another Pioneer squad, and the one he has a flamethrower. So right now there's a good potential here for C++ to do some rather heavy damage to Crazyman if he uses M20's utility car quite solidly. Reactions though did not make it. Dead. Quite dead. Lieutenant moving up there with the Thompson submachine gun and the BAR as well. The soldiers then engaged. I think you could sort of try and make them, but then again up close fully. The soldiers there would have got the advantage. They would have been closer thanks to the Thompson and the BAR. But there you go, Rifle arriving. Sort of Not getting close, but sort of trying to sort out flank the cover a bit here. Some of the troops will be exposed this course with this amount of firepower. They will have the advantage. The Trent, of course, will also enjoy certain advantages. And of course, the assault units can't defend themselves. With the M20, they pursue fully. Armoured skirts going up as well. No, he does not pursue fully there. I think that was a missed opportunity there by C++ to get a wipe. Another can put them in trouble. Mortar here a bit exposed. They're set up here between some rather precarious looking walls. You know, Heinz, yeah, is this such a really good idea? I used to be an engineer and this isn't structurally safe. Ah, don't be such a girl, Fritz. It's perfectly safe. Players have been pushed back by the lieutenant. I'm trying to joining in for a bit of extra action. They're not doing too heavy damage there. We got a light Megalite company up like the 222 while pack 40 to deal with this. And we got M20 going up here. Good position as long as I get spotted. Though in this case, I'm on active a slight mistake here for C++. He's actually doing it very close to his opponent's point there. I can't see his line of sight there sometimes. It's unfortunate. Otherwise, I mean, there's a slight chance here that Crazyman could have noted him laying down the mine. I mean, otherwise, it's not a bad idea. But if Crazyman saw it, he can rifle grenade it or mortar it, in which case it's all going to be wasted. We'll have to see. Still, good idea there. So many players used. Neglect here the potency of the M6 anti-tank mine. Sure, it's expensive, but it can pretty much do a lot of damage in the vehicle and also immobilize it. Particularly means for the heavier armor, it can be in a lot of trouble. Oh, there we go. Mortar went off there. Also a bit of trouble in certain situations there. It's a bit too close, sort of, as you'll be fighting in. They can be set off. Probably around here would actually been a better spot to mine rather than right here next to the point, right next to sort of some engagement there by C++. But there you go. There's been engaged. Could see who's going to go for Panzerfaust. That could prove to be fatal there. Could prove to be fatal. No, gets away. Bloody close. And there we go. 222 sets in. He's bail out and sort of trying to engage the 222 with the bazooka, popping smoke. Rifleman nowhere nearby to be seen with an anti-tank. Rifle grenade. Come on, pop out. There we go. But will he be in time? Managed it. Still got the bazooka crew, but that was a bit close there for C++. You could have lost the Eagle crew as well here. 2-2 pulls back. Veterans one did kill there. Confirmed. Grabbing a point there. Troops enforcing. No caches for either side. But so far, Crazyman is a bit on the back foot versus C++ sort of over aggressive moves. The Assaultman's moving up there. 5 kills. Halfway to making 2 already. Pretty good job there for those. If they can hit Veteran 2, they're definitely going to be a problem there for C++ in these close confines on the map. Still maintaining good control of the fuel points here for C++. Pardon mutation, trying to actually rush towards, you know, battalion command post as quickly as you can, and maybe sort of try and get an easy 8 as quickly as you can. He's got both fuel points, and there we go, 7 minutes in. Close to 8, he's sort of getting the major already. If he can maintain control of the 2 fuel points, that would be good. Pardon me, would suggest maybe some 50 calibers, but of course the mortar's going to use. Could make that a bit less certain, but still, as long as he keeps them in buildings, they shouldn't be too easy to deal with for the Germans. In particular, the larger one here should make it very difficult. Gives the way they can actually space out throughout the building. There you're going for the victory point there. Crazyman spreading out his forces thinly. Could allow C++ to quick sharply react to 1, but of course, as long as it doesn't react to all, it could still mean that Crazyman makes good progress. So, I mean, there's advantages and disadvantages to the approach here that Crazyman is taking at the moment. Two moving up there, Rifleman moving ahead there. Assaultman it is versus Rifleman. Major almost done. And there goes Assaultman is pushed back. In this case, though, C++ wasn't able to punish it. And there we go, mortar decrewed. But the 222 there is coming. Otherwise, he could actually try making a run for the mortar stolen and turn it against Crazyman. I mean, that would give him some very good sort of strong defensive attributes. See, with some few 50 calibers in the right positions, that would also make it difficult for the 222. But so far, on that instead, we got flamethrowers here for the Rifleman. Third lead of Fritz, all just an engine engaged there. Aim for the flamethrower tank. Burn the bastards. And there we go. Crazyman going for the fuel point there, hoping to slow down the fuel income there for C++. Very sensible. Rifleman Lieutenant moving in. Reinforcing. More flamethrowers and late for C++. Third lead of Fritz continues the advance here with his machine gun Cooper. No support though from the rest. We got Panzer gun on the Crazyman on. In a map like this, the Panzer is certainly quite effective as well with the assault rifles. Plus, of course, if it sort of gets hit with something a bit disconcerting, you'll always get some Panzerschrecks out. Still C++ maintaining very good map patrol. Of course, the question is, will he end up making the mistake he did last time, which is, of course, getting too defensive, or sort of getting to set up some defensive advantages. And remember, if you have a large amount of the map, that's good in some senses, but it also creates one problem. You have a lot of territory to defend, in particular, sort of got a wide front like we see here. And that's basically what C++ has got at the moment, so you need to sort of figure out how to handle this. I mean, one is sort of set up a series of strong points, another one is sort of build up a swift mobile reserve that can sort of counter-attack with maybe a few strong points. And of course, it's just sort of trying to hold it all, but that one's always the riskiest. Of course, I have to see what C++ do, but generally, I mean, it's never a bad idea to actually sort of plan out what to do once you've got a lot of territory. I mean, that's actually a thing that is surprisingly neglected. I mean, how do you actually defend all the territory after you sort of have made a very successful large push? Because if you don't, that can actually allow your opponent to, you know, focus just one spot, then push ahead, sort of swallow up a few units, in which case you'll suddenly have the advantage if you're not careful. Rather than holding up there, but lots of fire. Panzergrenadiers, of course, got the Granatenwerfer ready again here for Crazyman, rather than not going to that long. The Panzergrenadiers, the Grenadiers here, are laying down a lot of pressure. The Riflemen will have to fall out of there. Get back to base for reinforcements. Sneaking up here, we got the Tutsis moving back. We got a Pack 4 around there for Crazyman. C++ are getting very close to the easy 8. Of course, could go for a Scott or a regular Sherman, but part of me would say, you know, initially try and aim for the EC8, apply some serious pressure for that. Also, you know, threaten any armor that might arrive from Crazyman. Of course, he's going for mechanized assault. C++ should know that due to the assault grenadiers. Of course, a Stugi might be an option, in which case the EC8 can also deal with that. Quite nice to still be good versus infantry, so he won't have to switch around rounds. Plus, of course, be a bit tougher. So that would overall, I think, give C++ some good advantages there if you were to go for the EC8. Of course, that is me in my opinion. Oh, vehicle crews around it, not a good situation there. Panzergrenadiers from the left, Grenadiers from the right, and there Sergeant Joe is stuck with the rest inside that building. He's not happy about it too. He didn't sign up for infantry work. Go, we got the Sturmgeschütz ausführen here, and no, he does not go for the regular Sherman for whatever reason. Well, I mean EC8, he goes for the regular Sherman instead of the EC8. He's just waiting maybe half a minute more, and he could have gotten that out instead. So he goes for that one. And that character ended up hurting a bit here with the Stugi about. I don't know, we'll see. Still proved to be a good choice. There you go. Oh, Ryman there. Poor choice moved in front of the Flamethrower Pioneers, and the Stugi got absolutely punished there in the gauntlet of Teutonic punishment. There you go. More hits there from the Sturmgeschütz ausführen E. Mr. Faster there with his stubby gun. Sherman ready. Now we're actually seeing C++ actually taking some losses there to Crazyman. A lot of automatic weapons there for closer quarters, flamethrowers, and of course the Sturmgeschütz. Instead, we're going to make things a bit more difficult to play C++'s infantry. He's still got control of both fuel points, it's not all bad. He should definitely consider throwing on a 50 cover there on the Sherman. Sort of add some anti-infantry firepower, but I definitely think the EC8 would have been the better choice there. Definitely think. He's not switching out to high-class rounds either. That's not really the most effective choice in the Sherman versus infantry, though in this case, good hit. Pioneers annihilated, tot kaput. Good rock grenade there, leaves the rock rather not very happy about the current circumstances. That is dead. Majoring about there, and now we're sort of seeing a C++ having some issues there. Goes there slightly falling back towards the piano there, and some ruins, but no, looks like they'll push it nonetheless due to the presence of the Major, and well, nothing but the Major. Hardly a major obstacle, and there you go. Big moving ahead, the team with the Grenadiers. They might just have the advantage there with the grease guns and the bazookas versus the Grenadiers up close. The grease gun, an attempt there by the United States forces to sort of make a cheaper Thompson submachine gun, though so more or less in effect in terms of caliber, but overall still cheaper to make and also lighter, since the Thompson was expensive and also pretty damn heavy for a submachine gun, which while it did make it in some cases a bit unwieldy and not so practical. Reinforcements in. Though it definitely packed a punch, that's for sure. Stick with me and you might just make it. We're getting plastered over here. Panzers here versus the Riflemen. Sherman not doing too much there. He's interesting enough not switching out to high-class rounds whatsoever, which again, you know, highlights that maybe he should have gone for the EC8 instead. Again, with no need to sort of switch between ammo and so on. So not entirely sure what is going through C++'s head, though he could easily probably get EC8 after the regular Sherman. Sherman not doing too much at the moment, but there we go. Finally got to move on again.
A capture point is under attack.
Question is, of course, what direction? We got Telemounts there, so that would be a pretty bad spot to hit into. Being the pack 40. Oh no, there we go. Sherman knocked out. Not entirely sure what went wrong there, but I'm not entirely sure I'd blame a head on assault on a pack. Oh, I suppose it could have worked. I mean, in theory, again, hadn't been for the mine, what he did there would have been the most sensible thing, just straight rush at it, get behind it, knock it out, but still some infantry moving ahead supporting it would have been nice. Too late now, as long as they're suffering some problems in the courtyard, well, what remained of the courtyard. Going for the central victory point there. Stoogie supporting some pioneers on the right flank, nothing to threaten them there. The crew pushed back, gunners are being surrounded by the major and a lot of riflemen. Probably not the side of the major, the forces that are going to push back, more likely the flamethrower there, got a bit too close to the vehicle crew, getting plastered with grease gun fire. No take up there for Crazyman. Stugie's trying to the centre, and there we go. Gets the major entirely, 8 kills there on the Sturmgeschütz. Rather than taking losses there, we got the vehicle moving up with the only anti-tank which really got here to deal with the Stugie at the moment, the bazooka. There we go, good hit, good hit. Stugie can just pull back here through ruined alleys and the like, but getting another hit there, Veterans U1. Target weak point available, heat rounds has been provided, and there you go. Another regular Shem for C++. It seems like he's not caring about, you know, the potential of the EC8. Which rather begs the question why he went for Rifle Company to a certain extent. That's striking me as a bit peculiar. He's still maintaining good map control, he's still controlling, you know, the few points, but he's not really countering the Stoogie very effectively at the moment. And to a certain extent he's just feeding a lot of infantry bleeding up C++ in the process, which could allow Crazyman to build up enough momentum. In fact, he's got almost twice as large force here than C++ at the moment. There goes Assault Grenade clearing out the building, except for poor Johnny, and even then he's going to get killed there on retreat by the Assault Grenade. Is almost... No, he makes it! He makes it! Cheeky bastard. Still almost 53 on the Assault Grenades, and that was a well worth 45 munitions, I'd say. In particular, he got in the white there on them on retreat. Got grenade research there, though, for C++'s men. Better. Still the Panzers are putting an obstacle. Plus the Grenadiers and of course the Granatenwerfer. Quick run around here the ruins, then engage the Panzers from another position. No grenades though. There you go, pushed away. There we go, Sherman again. Still no high explosive rounds. I'm wondering if he's just sort of forgetting about it. He's part of him, he's just thinking he's actually using E6 when in reality he isn't. I mean, that would explain a few things, I guess. If he's using it because he's thinking it's the easier, and then, you know, just never really properly checking the numbers and the designation, basically.
Reinforcements in. Welcome to the death factory. Stick with me.
There's the pushback. Bit quiet here. Crazyman still begins to push back. Now he's getting control of the munitions. Point in the centre. Several of the victory points here versus C++. Well, Crazyman is starting giving up, of course. In particular, not with the momentum he's actually able to gain here versus C++. But it is time for the mid-game analysis. Current situation is, besides the hiccups, a bit rough here for C++. I definitely think double regular Shermans when he could have gotten E8 here was a bit of a mistake there versus Crazyman, but also a few other sort of mistakes. He has allowed Crazyman to sort of, you know, push forwards. Again, he's held a lot of territory. But there were no really sort of preparation tracks to sort of try and hold all of this territory there from Crazyman. I think a few, you know, flanking pushes in the right places and barbed wires from tank traps could have done a lot to sort of slow down Crazyman and bleed him out a bit more easily here for C++. And of course, the loss of that first Sherman down here definitely did not help out the situation in the slightest. So the question, of course, here, what does C++ want to do? Of course, he wants to keep, if he can, control of the fuel points. 50 cal positions might still hold out, but of course with the Stoogie in the pack 4 they could be quickly cleared out if it's not kept. Of course, you need to be able to cover them up. more infantry is not really necessary at the moment. In fact, going for the captain now, maybe calling an anti-tank gun, that could help there. Anti-tank gun, more bazookas here versus the Stugi. Might be able to push it back. Otherwise, I think a few 50 calibers of the regular kind of right position could also do a lot. But, you know, he needs to get an EC8 here. Again, it's just going to be a bit more help for them, particularly if he's not the type to actually consider using his high close rounds, in which case the EC8, you know, does have better splash damage than the armor-piercing rounds here on this, plus of course a bit better armor and some other bits there which would probably also make a bit more suitable for dealing with Stugi, and probably also what's going to come in the end here by the looks of it for now, a Tiger there from Crazyman. So there's definitely some consideration there for C++ to do. Of course, he could also just consider getting another M20 and laying down mines and then trying to bait the Stugi into it, although in this case now we do see Crazyman's actually got mines. If he was up, he's seen one mine, probably, so he's not, of course, going to assume that his opponent, you know, is going to be completely reckless and never go for another again. So, I mean, he's just doing it just in case, which is also sensible. I mean, rather than, you know, moving up his Tiger through the main road, boom, jet's blown off, in which case it's going to be an easy target there for C++. Not so much else to sort of say for C++, just, you know, be careful and try to sort of knock out that Stugi, maybe sort of bait it, then flank it with a tank. For Crazyman, the situation in terms of resources is a lot harsher. He's not quite gotten the same level of resource there that Mr. C++ is getting, at least in terms of fuel. Munitions-wise, though, he's sort of nicely ahead. A few further mines from Crazyman would be good, you know, try and catch up with the Shermans and the likes. Maybe some S-mines to catch up with the infantry and bleed them dry. He should definitely sort of try to make a more coherent push towards either of the two fuel points. I mean, so far, sort of a bit here and thither, which works to a certain extent, but it doesn't help with map control. It's also not helping him sort of stem the bleed of victory points. So that would be definitely a good idea there for Crazyman, sort of considers maybe looking into maybe an MD42 to also hold one of the fuel points once he's finally gotten. Regarding taking out, unless he's actually get a fuel point, he might actually at this stage be better off just going for the Tiger, although it's going to take some time nonetheless to get a Tiger, of course, in that position. C++ could easily get a lot of tanks compared to Crazyman, so it's not without its risk there. It's not without its risk, but at the same time, the problem is at the moment, it would also cost him quite a bit to take up for a regular tank. And of course, in the meanwhile, he could try and use the manpower for other measures, though of course a few fuel caches could offset things. So it's, I mean, there are options here for Crazyman, there are options, rather depends on what he wants to do, but I think a more concerted and focused effort surrounding, you know, fighting at least for one of the fuel points would do him quite good there. But also deny C++ some more of the fuel there, and certainly also minimise his resource advantage. Otherwise, keeping up what he's done so far could work out. Otherwise, just be careful and try not to get too reckless. So, let's return to the fight.
We're losing a capture point.
Grenadiers there pushed back. Still no high close rounds. I'm greatly surprised at the C++. He could actually have done a lot of damage to Crazyman simply, maybe even think, you know, tell the things having in his favour had he just used high close rounds. I mean, high close rounds have less scatter against infantry. They also have more splash damage. I mean, there's really no reason not to use it versus infantry, in particular a opponent here like Crazyman who's using a lot of infantry. So I wonder why C++ did that. My guess could be, you know, he's just not used to playing the Americans and not used to seeing the ability, in which case, of course, it can be explained away. But otherwise, you know, Palmer's still saying he's better off than with the EC8, which doesn't have the ability here, so of course, wouldn't have to bother with that. So in that regard, would also be an easier thing here for Mr. C++, but so far, none of that. And again, considering the resource advantage he has, and had, I mean, you know, it just strikes me as a bit odd, you know, went for. But there you go, veteran fleet and the assault grenadiers. Kicks around here, there were riflemen, besides the vehicle crew there. More to fire back from the Gunnaut in there for halfway towards 15-2 there, shoots and closing in. Grenade there, pineapple against the Grenadiers. Almost got a wipe there, almost got a wipe. Riflemen were also forced away there with heavy casualties, numerous left dying in the streets. No one to pick them up. Grabbing a point there, another Pack 40 on the way from Mr. Crazyman, which could certainly further sort of emphasise the idea he's playing for the Tiger. He's getting more into tank guns just in case that C++ pushes for more armour in the meantime. So we got the captain there. The only surviving officer so far, Major and Lieutenant, has met each their own grisly demise at the hands of the Third Reich and the Wehrmacht. Is it being pushed back? Almost got a wipe there, that's going to hurt. Still no sight of high close rounds there. They've fought C++. I actually think they'll let the Grenadiers to get away there, so I'm rather curious as to why C++ seems so reluctant to, use the high caliber rounds.
Have 100 points remaining.
Soldier moving up there, 10 kills, Panzer's engaging Rifleman.
Around our asses. Tactical point being captured.
Close eventually to that's good if they can hit that. More supporting. Crazy their rifles to hold up. See getting bombarded, and there we go. Gabata lightning as well. 2 kills. Eventually 2 though. More mortar fire. Stu get bound to hit. Sherman almost down. Need to lay down the smoke screen. Need to lay the smoke. But at the same time they got the captain dealing. At the same time the captain himself is getting sort of heavy loss there from the Grenadiers. Sherman should let down smoke screen. Smoke screen C++. Nibbled, and there we go. Stug abandoned. Crew crawls out before expiring. Well, one guy crawls out, the rest probably didn't make it. They're grouping the Sherman. Another on the way, still no easy hit there for C++. Could try and steal the Stugi, but then again they're going to close enough to actually just panzerfaust the bloody thing. They could also try and make away with it. But Heinz, I don't have my Stug license with me. If we get caught by the military police, I'll be in big scheisse. There we go, moving ahead, quickly cutting down the vehicle crew. Sherman abandoned. Oh dear, oh dear. What he should do here is actually, no, use the repair critical, then have someone driving else back. I mean, remember there's a ability here called repair critical. Repair critical, going for the point now, rifling up against the Grenadiers there. Sherman up to almost done. Knocked out the Stug there, basically. Neither side sort of felt they could get away with it, so they basically both tried to wreck it. Oh, Grenadiers wiped there. Crazyman begins suffering some heavy infantry losses there, but the Tiger's getting closer. 106th Panzer Brigade has been able to somehow convince someone to give the Tiger. He's still repairing it. Just use critical repairs, have someone else drive it up there, then pull back the other repairs, or move up the ambulance, because here's the thing, the fewer men in the unit, it's slower it's going to take. So right now, basically having Billy Joe there wet in the tanking zone, it's going to take ages. I'll shimmering about there. Tiger ever closer there. He's still not able to gain any fuel points here versus C++. They're in trouble. The soldiers moving up. Bench 3, 15 kills. Mortar firing down, so there goes moving up. Still no sign of high class around. Third Panzer was need to consider falling back there. Building has seen better days. Good hit there from the Pat 40. Covering fire there from the Panzer Grenadier. Shoots him! Aim for the flamethrower tank! But I've heard they upgraded it so it only blows up when the last man is dead. I don't care, keep shooting! Panzers, they need to be careful though. Got the centre victory point. There's 64 points left here for Crazyman. Not good, not good. Rather than push back, the soldiers moving up, 18 kills. Sherman still being repaired. Billy Joe though somehow managed to fix it on his bloody own.
A capture point is under attack.
Rolled his deck comments all around it. Apparently couldn't be asked to fix it. And there we go! Cut down! No! No! No!
The supply line just got cut off.
Alright, Leute, make a move for it! You're stealing this Panzer! There we go! There we go, right under the nose here of C++. He ran up, smoking up the anti-tank and the captain. He might not be able to get the shown away, there we go, but he ensured C++ couldn't use it. Oh no, C++. That is why you generally pull back when you're American, to a safe part there. You always make sure there's no chance the Germans can creep up and steal your tanks. Ah, good heavens. It's definitely crazy, but effective. Basically not one tank and then the Tiger arrives. And getting the rifleman there. Oh! No. Almost got the entire unit there. Only poor Larry made it out of that one. The rest of the guys, quite dead. I think he just ran over someone crawling for aid. Hilf mir, bitte! Nein! Tragic fate there. Bazooka man moving up, trying to deal with the Tiger there. Tiger crawls around the corner, shoots, misses. Oh, good hit there again, bunched up. Tiger gets a good hit there. Captain wiped up, Bazooka dropped. Vehicle roll to close annihilation. Anti-tank getting up, it's too close perhaps. Armor piercing round to be good. Armor piercing round, but the rifleman close as well. Gunning down the gun through. And dead as well. C++ is falling apart. So close, though. 50 points left for Crazyman, but at this stage, I don't think I have the forces to contain Crazyman anymore. Ravner in a lot of trouble. Lay down the smoke screen there to cover his retreat. Not bad, not bad. Just a bit too late. The only Sherman here that C++ is left moving out. He could go for an EC8 now. It might be too late, but no, he's going for the regular one still, and he's still refusing to use high close rounds there.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Quick rough grenade here, Tiger dealing with the anti-tank gun.
Sherman ready to go.
There we go, wrecked. No survivors. Obviously it was an abandoned anti-tank gun, so pretty difficult to be survivors no matter what. But it sounds more dramatic that way. You know, no survivors. But Herr Hauptmann, Servus no Pacer could be survivors. Silence, Dieter. I shall have you demoted to cleaning toilets and listening to the Führer's rants.
Crew ready. Tank support is here. Sherman ready. Our riflemen will now be better trained before deployment.
Oh, veterans, you flee on the Pentagon as well there. Good work.
Looks like we're I smell orders.
Two Shermans. 50 points left. Pack 40 engaging. No target weak point, no. Assault is a lot of trouble. We could see the rifle wiped out, though. Still no sign of high explosive rounds here. I wonder if it's a definite oversight there by C++ or there's some, well, method to the madness. Sane versus crazy here. Who knows? Who knows?
50 cals up. God damn it! Someone get us out of here! Krauts are taking one of our points. Fire and adjust! Fire and adjust!
Good hit there. Target weak point, a good target weak point. Shoots a heat long. I can't find it. No more munitions now. Others trying to hit trouble with the Tiger. The Tiger could hit. Sherman pulling back there.
Reinforcements in. Look, the capture point is being overrun. Stick with me and you might just
Sherman moving ahead there. Barely made out of that one. And then straight into the Pack 40 at this point, though. Too little health there. Props up the crew. Rushes the Pack 40 for the blue crew, I think. Sherman knocked out.
unit. They got wiped out.
50 points still left here. Crazyman is dominating them. C++ forces are in a rather precarious situation.
What the hell am I meant to do with these recruits? Green is green.
Gene trying to get away. Must warn other guys. Tiger tank coming. Ah.
We're losing a capture point.
I know it's Tiger striking into the base there. And we got there the ambulance. Nice soft target.
We're cooking!
And cooked up. We got the Sherman repairing. Interesting enough again. Seems like he doesn't even know repair criticals there, Mr. C++, Mr. DevM. I might chalk it up to, you know, just inexperience with the American forces specifically. Which I suppose could make sense. By the way, though, that Sherman is not going to be much help, though. Caught between another Shugi and a Tiger here. Clearly going down. White phosphorus. There go bang the Sherman and Sherman kaput. And I'd say this looks like game over. They don't really see much chance here for C+ getting back from this now. Crazyman's basically got the upper hand here.
We got a right squad waiting for orders.
If the Tiger could hit, that is. veterans to flee on the mortar. Panzer goes the assault. Apparently were wiped out, but he's got other highly veteran forces.
One of our capture points.
Engagement here, Stugi backing its way towards the rifleman. Mortar rounds getting awfully close to the rifleman, but doesn't quite connect. Hole being blown in the building. Large holes from which maybe someone can shoot back from that side actually. Grenade! Oh, Panzers were wiped out. That was a tragic loss there for Crazyman. He's definitely desperately trying to go for a victory, but the problem is Crazyman's got forces every one of them. Unable to overman C++ at every single point. There we go, GG. C++ seems to realise he might have made several mistakes here. Which certainly was the case, and again, I might chalk them down to him perhaps not being quite as used to the Americans as he could be. But again, you're using regular shells to go on 3 C8s, they're not using high explosive rounds to those shells. That was really sort of one of the larger mistakes there. But I also think to some extent, also just the way, he had a lot of territory. Could easily build up some defence and made it harder for Crazyman to push forwards, but that never quite materialised. I also think that was one of the big mistakes. But even though you're just using some of those shells with high explosive rounds, I think he could easily have won this, or just gone 3 C8s. So in that sense, that's sort of the easiest, simple explanation. But even then, there were other things here that C++ could have done. So deal with it, better use of the M20, maybe some more mines in there, 50 calibers, maybe a fresh lieutenant now and then. He's still a pretty decent infantry unit. Maybe probably not the AA half track there. Crazyman, of course, got to some extent lucky here with the mistakes of C++ have made. Had it not been, I'm pretty sure Crazyman would have been rather dead. He should have, I think, considered some fuel caches and also a bit more focus finding around the fuel points. That was one of his major mistakes here. There was no real strategy there towards it, no MDs or anything sort of that. And had again C++ played sharper, Crazyman would have been wiped off the map. So in that regard, Crazyman got very lucky there, and basically again sort of apparently mistakes there in terms of not quite knowing the Americans were there for C++. But again, fuel caches, finding the fuel point a bit more sensibly, and maybe going for this second phase, taking up, going for maybe a Oswind or a Panzer IV. But anyways, there you go. I hope you enjoyed this match. I hope you learned something from it. I hope it goes to the extra matches. If you did want to subscribe, tell your friends, share it with everyone. This is a Build Entering. Cheers and thank you for watching. Bye.